Whoop, I went live and I'm not even ready to go live. How's that? And I don't have my audio connected either, apparently. Good stuff. Let's go. Pro streamer. Okay. I think we're good. Yes. Alright, now we're going to get into this and we are going to have to, because... Is that working? Not working. Mobile. There we go. Gonna have to reinstall bloomin', you know, Raspberry Pi. So let's do that. Let's do that first. So how are we gonna do that? We got Raspberry Pi Imager. We're gonna erase. New version is available. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's do it. Download. Download the downloads. Gonna quickly turn off my Wi-Fi there. That doesn't mess anything up too much. Right, Imager. Imager install. Close the Imager. What? Close that down. English. Create a desktop shortcut. Nope. Don't need that. I love it when software's smart enough to... Universal serial bus. Yeah, whatever. Alrighty. So. Raspberry Pi 4. And we're gonna go... I don't really need the desktop, you know? That's like, I need headless... Other general purpose, Raspberry Pi OS Lite. No desktop environment. Beautiful. That's what we want. Next to Rooney, and we will smash it onto that card there. And we're going to call this MIDIPUNK. Keyboard layout, capital city, yep. Hopefully it doesn't share my Wi-Fi password. Leave blank to... I don't know. Admin. Secure network. Leave blank to keep the same. Yeah, I think I've saved that, so I don't need to re-enter it. Hey. Use password authentication. It's fine. Enable Raspberry Pi Connect. No, thank you very much. Let's do it. I hope that's the right card. Please insert a disk. Oh, it finished. Wait, did it finish already? No, because the card is... Wait. Cancel right? Maybe the card is screwed. Maybe the card is busted. That was my original thought of why it wasn't booting up. And maybe what I can do, I can... Oh, I do need to format it. 58.2 gigs. Let's go into Windows Disk Management console. See what's going on here. So we got G drive. Disk 5. And that's it. It's just that disk. Alright, so it's a raw thing. We'll just... Yeah. Transcend USB. I understand, right. Cannot start right. No valid storage device. Okay, well, alright then. Fine. I'm going to have to go into disk management. And I'm going to have to format this thing then, aren't I? Let's do exFAT. Yup. Boom. Formatted. Alright, let's try this again. It's not giving me the option to do it anymore, isn't it? And dang it. Storage. That one. Next. 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 Right. Starting download. There we go. Okay, it's doing something this time. Oh dear. I think the SD card's fried. I think that's our problem. The request is not supported. Yeah, it's like the drive's locked. Delete volume. Let's try it as NTFS. Let's not do a quick format. Let's, I don't know how long do long formats take. Do they take ages? Don't know. Oh, 1%. Are you kidding me? Can I cancel this? Jeepers. No, thanks. Okay, doing the same thing over and over again is crazy, right? That's new volume. We're not going to assign a drive letter to it. I'm just gonna go right again. See what happens. Starting DL. Alright, so far things are good, right? So we've got a download going, hopefully. I can find out if we have got a download going by looking at our network tab, and it is downloading. It's screwed, eh? Why does it have to download every time? I'm gonna start the imager again. Right. See, now why didn't it give me the option to format? Yeah. Erase card is FAT32. Cleaning disk. Finish. Alright, let's try again. No, sorry, I want other. I want no desktop environment. I want to go to that card. MIDIPUNK. Just going to click through. We're just going to go right. Let's see what happens. Is she downloading? And we're writing. But are we writing? It's still downloading apparently. Oh, it is writing this time. Yes. Okay. Yeah, don't know what happened there. Something went wrong. Although I really shouldn't be trusting this SD card if it took me that much trouble to... Anywho. It's like watching paint dry. I could use the official SD card formatter from the people who make SD cards. Or the actual protocol or whatever it is. I don't know why that's on my desktop. I really don't need it on my desktop. I really don't need that on my desktop either. Alright, we're getting there. She's going pretty slow though. I was going to do verification now. Can't skip verification. Maybe I shouldn't. Might not be a good idea. Limited by device storage speed. 46 megabytes a second. Still impresses me. 46 million bytes a second. Multiply that by 8-ish and you've got bits per second. It's crazy. 460 million ones and zeros per second. Quite crazy. It's a lot. But we don't need to think that fast. We don't need to actually understand it. To our brains, that is extremely impressive. To a computer, it's just physics, ain't it? But the fact that we can wrangle that and make it usable is impressive, I think. Oh, it's going pretty fast. I'll let it verify. Oh, I'm so tempted to click skip. My God. Gotta help myself. Okay, now this config's really important. We gotta get this right. All of this is for MIDIPUNK. I can't remember what all this means. What does this mean? See, it's a compute module 5. So that's actually not going to make any difference to us. Right, so we're going to finish that card. Cool. And now we've got... Let's go config. Here. Break that off into its own window. Okay, now we're going to copy our custom commands down here. We've got OTG mode, which... makes it able to be a host controller. You know, I'm just going to leave all the rest. I'm going to leave all the rest. Okay, camera auto detect off, display auto detect off. SPI, we want the interface on, and that's it. That's our config. So we can now eject this card. Try to see if this boots up. Bonk. Ooh, you can see kind of a moire pattern. It's quite fun. Alright, we got our little green light on the right hand side there. At some point the screen should go black. Well, as black as this cheap LCD can do. Oh, we have text. Yes. That's more than last time. Now, there was a way I could actually turn that off, because it's not supposed to be doing that. I don't actually want the terminal output on there. And I think that's that Plymouth splash screen. Did that just restart? Maybe I needed to restart for the initial setup. EEPROM updates. Completed socket interaction for boot stage config. Alright, well, does that mean we're good? Does that mean we're going? Completed socket interaction for boot stage final. Can I connect yet? What if I ping? What if I go MIDI ping MIDIPUNK? That works. MIDIPUNK.local. Now that gives me a IPv6 for some reason. 2B1B. Ping. Oh, I think you can go -4, right? Yeah, there we go. Ah, so it's got 2 IP addresses. One on the Wi-Fi, one on the wired. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright, well, let's connect to MIDIPUNK local. Now let's retry here. Could not establish connection. Why not? Host key verification. Host key verification. Close remote. Okay, so that means my computer doesn't trust the Raspberry Pi anymore. Because I'm not in Linux. We have to remove it from known hosts. So we're going to go edit known hosts. And we're going to get rid of all the lines for MIDIPUNK. So we're going to get rid of that. And that. We're going to save. And we're going to quit. No. What the heck is going on? Control S. Oh, and then Control Q. This is so different to Linux. Cat. How do you just show the contents of a file on Windows? Anyway, let's retry. Should work this time. Yes, continue. Password. Permission denied. Well, screw you. Did I just type it wrong? The mess at MIDIPUNK.local. Oh, that's not right though. That's not right. It's not the mess. Oh, no one can see what I'm doing anyway on the screen. That's funny. The password is actually... I mean, the username is actually admin. Right, so let's try. Let's go open recent. We're going to go... Hey, that's better. Working now. Workspace does not exist. Yeah, sweet. It's all good. So what we are going to do is bring up a terminal here. I actually just want a terminal. Terminal, create new terminal. I don't want a terminal, I just want attached session. There are no unattached terminals. I just want a new terminal. That's all I want. Create a new terminal. I don't need the starting directory. Settings. This has been an absolute fiasco so far. Make dir. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. Oh, okay. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Failed to... Yeah, I know. Where's my workspace settings? Preferences. Settings. Workspace. I actually want the workspace configuration. Okay, let's just go add folder. And we can just go admin. It's gonna do it or not? Kind of frozen up. I don't know what it's doing. Oh, here we go. Trust workspace and continue. I think we're good now. Alright, so I can now go like this. Into a terminal. You've got to be kidding me. Goodness sakes. Okay. We're going to remove this folder from the workspace. Why does that have to restart every time I remove a damn folder? That's so annoying. Okay. So we're in the admin folder. And I'm going to go... Right. Now we need to add a public key. Again, to our GitHub. To the mess. So we go settings, we go SSH keys, delete that, create a new one. This is ridiculous. Just send me a code via email. Sweet. We should be good now. I should be able to clone the repo back into here. So I should be able to clone it anyway. It's a public repo. Oh, but I want push access, so. Where are we going to put it? We'll just put it in the home folder. We'll go get clone. Should have gone update first. It's fine. Nice. So now we need to install Go. Install Go on Debian. Manual recommended for latest version. Go downloads page. Linux. Installation instructions. Linux. Add user local Go bin to the path. No, don't do that. Alright, so we'll download the Go installer. Add user local. Doesn't actually tell you, like, I mean, yeah, that's what we want. User local. And I just called it tar.go.tar.gz. Not in gzip format. Oh, I didn't do that command properly. .1. Okay. Should I put it in bash RC or bash profile? Profile, eh? Maybe not. Can't remember. I never remember that. Gosh, yeah, here we go. Executed for login shells, personal executed for login shell, the individual per interactive shell startup file, interactive shell only, which I guess is fine. Input RC, login shells, slash etc slash profile. So in other words, I'm just going to go bash RC for now. Fine. Be all good, mate. Executable error. Okay, that's not right. What's going on? So we gotta download this. Copy link. Cool. That. Output to that file. Right. And then we're going to paste in, whoops. Then we're going to paste in their command. That one. Cannot remove. And I can't remember if Anne needs a separate sudo. Not in gzip format. HTML document. Ah, for God's sakes. How do I download Go with the command line then? I mean, I know one way to do it, but it's kind of cheating. So you click on this, you go like that, and you go copy download link. Is it the same? It is the same. So there's a command. There's a way. Oh my gosh, so annoying. Output. Map. Cool. Help category. File. OL. Yeah, so what does the OL do, right? So that's O, remote name. Write output to file named as remote file. L is not in the list. So what the frick does L do? List. It's got to be in there somewhere. Location. The requested page. Redo the request to the new place. So it's like a follow redirects. So if I go cool OL that. There we go. It's more like it. We're not going to have a 60 megabyte HTML document, are we? Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now we can do the funky function, which I'm probably going to have to sudo suwad not found. Don't tell me it's not found. Not with that attitude, it's not. All right, let's check it out. Execute file format error. Let's just do it one step at a time. Let's do this. This is so frustrating. Why though? Go version. Cannot execute binary file. Oh, 64 instead of 32. You serious? Did I install the wrong AMD 6? We are on AMD 64. Aren't we? Oh, maybe we're on ARM 64. Or x86. What architecture is a Raspberry Pi? I can't remember. ARM. Shivers. It's not AMD. Well, it's all good. This is... I did not expect to be doing this tonight. I did not want to have to reinstall this. But here we are. AMD 64. I'm just complaining, so I'm going to shut up and get on with it. ARM 64. Where do I get ARM 64 tar ball? Linux ARM 64. Boom. There it is. Copy link. Okay. Now, because we've learned how to do this, we're going to go curl OL. It's going to use the remote name, and it's going to follow redirects. So we're going to do that. We're going to download the correct version of Go. And now we're going to try extracting that. Except I have to remove Go first with sudo. Right, back home. Now we're going to go sudo tar. And this is now ARM 64, not AMD 64. And now we should be able to go version. Boom. And it works. Thank goodness. Okay. Now let's see if our little frame buffer test works. So we can go run fbtest.go. Downloading all the packages it needs. Now the problem is I don't think it's going to work because we've got the frickin' terminal showing up on the little SPI display. So I need to figure out how to make that not happen. How do you turn off terminal? Okay, so it kind of works. It drew over the top of it. On SPI screen. To turn off the terminal or blank an SPI screen, use set term to clear the screen. Set cursor to invisible and hide text, or use console to frame buffer map to redirect output. Common commands include set terminal, blank force. Clear the screen, run set term, blank the screen, redirect the console, assuming it is frame buffer 1. Backlight control, permanently removing it, boot command line, and add quiet to the end of the line to prevent kernel messages. You can also redirect console output to a non-existent device by adding console equals null. Gotcha. See, that's what we want to do. Okay, so we can go back to boot. And we can go command line.txt. So we'll go nano. Oh, we probably actually need to sudo it. Sudo nano command line.txt. Do not edit this file. Move to firmware command line. Fine. Firmware. Sudo nano command line.txt. There it is. Console serial 0. Console TTY1. TTY1's it's confusing because what I do not want to have happen is screw my SSH access. So I feel like it's serial 0 that I want to get rid of, but I'm going to ask Our old buddy. And my Raspberry Pi's command line.txt. Which one do I get rid of if I don't want the terminal showing up on my cool SPI touch display? I don't know why I write things like that. I just feel like it gives it more personality in its answer. Remove console TTY1. Sends boot logs to the serial port UART console to the main display. So it doesn't affect it with SSH because that just sets up its own thing. So yeah, okay, so I'll get rid of TTY. Fine. And then we'll go actually I just wanna have a look at this. Raspberry config. So we got system options. Host name, we know that splash screen is not installed. There was an error running splash screen. Okay, fine. Auto login. Display interface options. Yes, we want that. We don't want Raspberry Pi Connect. Ooh, yuck. We've got that installed already. That one wire interface is pretty cool as well. I like that. Performance options, advanced options. I don't think beta access. Lib liftoff. Lib liftoff hardware overlays. What are they? What are lib liftoff? Whaling compositors such as Sway or GameScope to manage Linux kernel mode setting planes efficiently. It assists in routing content such as video players or game windows directly to hardware overlay planes, skipping the CPU, GPU intensive composition step. Interesting. Improve battery consumption, reduce system load by bypassing the compositor's rendering engine, scanning out client buffers directly to the hardware display. Users create virtual planes. Okay. Video playback. So this is like, we're not talking about, like, this is HDMI stuff. We're not talking about frame buffer crap that we're doing. Maybe later we'll have a look at that, but not now. Okay, sweet. X and Wayland. Alright, I'll learn more about that when I need to. Yeah, I don't think there's actually any way to configure that in here. I just wanted to know, or maybe display options. Screen blanking? Okay, let's reboot. Okay, let's have a look and see if the terminal goes bye-bye. And in theory, when it reboots and it redraws the frame buffer, it should just go black screen. We have a ... We have a cursor. Okay, it's not nothing, but a flashing cursor isn't too bad. I'm just waiting for it to say hello Neo. Oh, for goodness sakes. It didn't quite work, did it? Oh, yeah, that's what... Okay. If you also want to prevent login prompts, Getty from spawning, you can disable it. Oh, get TTY. Yeah, let's do that then. Manages a terminal line that's connected to terminal. Standard utility and model Linux systems opens TTY port, prompts for a login, and invokes bin login. Manages both physical serial terminals and virtual. Yep. Giddy. Is programming running on a... It nowadays reads etc. TTYs for the database of configured terminal devices and Giddy tab for the database of terminal line types. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so we just want to turn it off from going on TTY1. Giddy at TTY1. So now I should be able to reboot. Sudo reboot. And this time we're going to have a black screen. And I wonder if we're going to have, because now there is no TTY allocated to TTY1, which is our frame buffer device, apparently, our SPI screen. We should see nothing. Nothing. Nada. Nip. Zip. And we've got a cursor. Goodness sakes. How does that work? Still got a flashing cursor though. Come on. Wait. I've got far too many tabs open. Still got a flashing cursor though. Took too long. Took too long. It gave up on me. Okay. So let's see what Mr. AI says about this. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Even after removing, the kernel can still leave a cursor on the frame buffer. Add this to your boot command line, all on the same line. VT global cursor default. Yeah, what does that mean though? Virtual terminal cursor. What's the virtual terminal cursor about? Linux works when you start doing embedded display stuff. On Linux, a virtual terminal is basically a text console session. You normally have multiple of them. TTY1, the main screen, what your SPI display is showing. Other hidden consoles. Serial console, not a VT, but another console target. So when the kernel boots and you had console equals TTY1, which I don't anymore, it was attaching the system console to virtual terminal 1, i.e. your display. What the cursor is the hardware text mode cursor for the Linux virtual terminal. Even if you're not actively using a shell, the VT subsystem is still alive underneath and it draws a cursor, a text layer, basic terminal behavior. Think of it like a fallback. Think of it like a fallback text UI that always exists unless you explicitly suppress it. Yes, my SPI display is acting as a frame buffer, and the kernel still initializes VT on it. That kernel parameter tells the VT system don't draw a cursor on any virtual terminal. VT still exists, but the cursor is hidden. I should probably make some notes about this, because I remember doing all this when I very first... What is... Wait. DRM. Direct Rendering Manager, right. Basically the modern replacement for the old frame buffer. So should I be using that instead? Oh, what? Don't tell me I should have been doing this from the beginning. Oh, well, actually, it's probably... Look, honestly, it's probably not... It's probably not too late, to be honest, to refactor that. So, I mean... We can have a look. For now, let's go... boot / firmware and go sudo nano command line.txt, and we'll try this vt global cursor default equals 0 business. Right, one more time. Let's get into it. So now chat. I don't believe that am I signed in? I am. Somehow. Probably local. Okay, interesting. Locally. Alright, so far I don't see a flashing cursor, which is good. So I'm interested in learning more about this DRM thing. Perhaps I should be refactoring from frame buffer to DRM. I'm going to ask the AI in my project. I'm going to say, should I be thinking about refactoring to DRM instead of frame buffer? Frame buffer does feel pretty old school. So far we're looking good. Yo, password. Dang it, too late again. And I always leave the damn scene on the wrong scene. Add streamer. What I should do is when I'm on mobile, I should have an inlay of the PC screens. Can do that. I can go add a scene and I will go in PC screens. Well, you're going to be able to read what's on there, but could do something like that. I'm going to just swap some around. Yeah, it works for now. Whatevs. Okay. MIDIPUNK. And we're going to add that because I don't need admin there. I need add folder to workspace home /admin/MIDIPUNK. I'm going to pop it there and we're going to go sure node and npm are installed. Remind me later. So right, we're going to take some notes on what I've had to do for MIDIPUNK. Yeah, MIDIPUNK hardware setup. So development notes. So we're going to go MIDIPUNK, Raspberry Pi setup notes using the desktopless version. We have to configure, edit config.txt on the SD card, add or turn off the camera / display auto detect. That's like if we'll turn that off. What else did we do? We turned off that. We Dang it, is there no way to do this all at once? Do it the old school way. Disable Bluetooth. Interesting. And then DT param SPI on. And then we are going to edit command line dot text. Remove the console TTY1, add this. Sweet. And then see, for development, install Go for ARM64, not AMD. You fool. Okay. Good. So I needed to do some tidying up here of the repo as well. Because I remember one issue I've got is that I think this is in the wrong repo. I've got MIDIPUNK here, but I've actually also got GUI Punk. That's a separate one. I kind of want to rename this as well. So we'll add the GUI folder. And now what we're actually going to do is move all of this. So we're going to go GUI And we're gonna go get checkout develop. Get push u origin main. Whoops. Oh shit. Okay, so that works. Okay. I hope I didn't screw that. Gets jet status. So we're on branch develop. Right, that's fine. So we're going to bring all of this business over here into GUI. Yes, I'll replace it. That's fine. Okay, so then we're going to go get add all. Get commit. /m. We're going to go first commit. Get config set user.name. Get config set user.email nz. Which one do I? Yeah, I'll use nz. The mess at gmail.com. Okay, get push. Good. Okay, we're up. We're up there. So now if I go .. MIDIPUNK and I go get checkout get, how do you do a list of branches again? Branch list. Probably. Okay. Get branch help. Get branch. Oh, maybe actually that's, yeah, okay. Get branch list is like telling it to go on branch develop. Yeah. Get branch list. There we go. Oops, I created a branch. So how do you remove a branch? Get branch, delete, like list or something? Yeah. Cool. Okay. Get branch list. So now we're going to go get checkout main. Get pull. Get, okay, we're already up to date. Fantastic. Now this doesn't feel right though, because I'm missing a lot of code. Oh, I feel like this isn't right. I feel like there's more branches. Get branch list. I swear there are more branches than this. I hope I haven't completely messed this up. Yeah, MIDI input. What's going on here? Why get remote? Get remote. What am I? Get remote. I want to get all. I want to get all the remote branches. So if I go get graph, which I probably don't have installed. I don't, so I need to install get graph. Install. I like get graph, it's good. Good plugin, nice visual good plugin when the command line gets a little bit too leet for your own good. MIDI input. See, this is completely screwed. This is like detached. Some random, yeah, anyway. And what even is this? What's this develop branch? It's completely, that was actually GUI Punk, which I've it's in totally the wrong repository. My gosh, what a mess. living up to my name right there. Get all remote branches. Oh, is it fetch? No. What? Synchronize all remote. Ah, get fetch all. Okay. I knew that. No, it still doesn't work. What the heck? Man, I think it's confused. I think it is, and so am I. So, I reckon if I double click on that, I go check out branch, and then we go ls, there's all our code. Thankfully, we actually have all our code, which is nice. Phew. It's a good thing. Always touch and go when this sort of stuff happens. Now, develop. What are we going to do with you? We're going to delete branch and we're going to force delete it. But before I do that, I need to check that we're good here with GUI. Open an integrated terminal. ls. We are good. Get status. We're good. So I can safely go back into MIDIPUNK and I can delete the develop branch. And then we can go back to main and we can go get checkout -b. Branch name develop already exists. You lie. Apparently it does. And it's already checked out. So okay. So now we should see develop in here. Oh, I'm in GUI, you cheapers. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. Sometimes. What is wrong with me? Get branch list. Okay, here we go. Get checkout, develop, /b, develop, tech b, whatever, hyphen, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Get, push, upload, origin head. Cool. New branch head is at develop. Origin head. There we go. Boom. We're good. So now we have this new develop branch. Now this MIDI input. I believe last time we were at a place where we were pretty good at MIDI inputs. I don't think it's quite ready to merge in to develop yet. I think I need to do some more testing with that, but it's pretty good, and it was working quite well. We had this test config that was going alright. Fork config, I can't remember what all this was about. Goodness me. Reverse engineering this code always takes so long when I've been away from it for a while. I love this music. I love this song for some reason. It's come up a few times in this playlist. It's great. I don't know why. I don't know why I like it. Anyway, that's good. That's good. We got our code back. We've rescued it. We've now got GUI in its own repo and MIDIPUNK in its own repo because they are completely separate. GUI is our Go GUI, a GoLang GUI. Makes total sense. Trust me. GUI. All right. So Now we should be able to draw something on our little mobile screen here. On our little screen, we should be able to go run FB test. And after a short time, we done. Yeah, it works. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, and I'm going to ask. We're going to go GPT 5.4. We're just going to go not high reasoning, we're going to medium, and we're going to go. I was just reading about Linux. What was it? Was it DRM? That sounds wrong, because DRM's like. It is DRM. DRM/KMS versus frame buffer. Like DRM is the new modern version of frame buffer. More performant and better. I've started this project using direct frame buffer manipulation. Should I pivot to DRM? How much more difficult would it be? This I'm using an SMTPE 320 by 240 resistive touch TFT 2.8 inch display via SPI. Are there enough GoLang packages to work with DRM KMS? See what it comes up with. See what it comes up with. See what it says then, eh? I think we should start by researching code base. Might be useful to look into the render engine and FB test to understand the functionalities. Maybe using a parallel approach. Yada yada yada. Bloody 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 blah. Simple software scene graph painted into an RGBA buffer and blitted to FB0. Touch is already cleanly separated through EVDev. No, it's not. No, it's not cleanly separated. That was my big problem with it last time. Was it relied on well, I'm pretty sure it did. No, that is, yes, the render engine uses some of the touch stuff, I thought. Maybe it doesn't. Am I tripping? Draw frame, loop, handle touch. Maps the input XY to visual feedback. Oh, so this doesn't actually use... Okay. Yeah. Stay on frame buffer now if your goals are responsive control UI, low idle CPU and straightforward deployment. Only move to DRM KMS if you hit a concrete limit. Tearing you cannot tolerate, missing kernel support, need for double buffered page flips, or later move to HDMI, DSI, GPU back displays. I will be doing HDMI later, but I feel like I can work around that. If you want to de-risk the future, okay, well, I'm interested in knowing. The ecosystem is thinner and lower level than C or Rust. There are enough libraries and syscall wrappers to build it, but not a mature, widely adopted open KMS and draw UI package, comparable to what you currently get from GUI Go mod. In practice, Go... Yeah, okay. If you want GPU acceleration, the story gets even more involved. Go DRM KMS. Direct Rendering Manager and Pure Go. 9 years ago. Are you kidding me? Two million developers use Go as their primary language. Doubling. Go rose from 13th place to 7th place. Shit. It remains a top 10 language. Really? Stable maturity and dominance in cloud native infrastructure. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. I can see some cool graphs. Not that I care. Shouldn't worry about what other people are doing so much. Focus on my own stuff, you know? And so far I quite like Go. Find it quite intriguing. Alright, let's stay up frame buffer for now. Let's just get this running. We can always do another display layer later on, as it says. So, alright then, let's keep moving. Let's go. I reckon we need to create some Copilot instructions, which we already have apparently. MIDIPUNK. See, this is wrong. This is not correct. Where's it getting these from anyway? It's getting them from there. So instructions. Local. Generate. New instructions for the workplace. I want new instructions for a folder. Generate instructions for the GUI. How do you reference a folder? Start typing the folder name. Yeah, it doesn't work. Add folder to chat. Add context button. Use at workspace. See, that doesn't work either. So if I go in the... Yeah, whatever. Let's use something maybe a little cheaper. Let's use, oh, we could do 4.1. 5.1 mini. Let's have a look. See how it goes. It doesn't have any of its own yet. Agent customization. Repo doesn't have them. Good. Frame buffer ending touch input in Unix to main socket inter process communication. I'm checking the touch input side now, blah blah blah, draft list, etc etc. Got the repo shape. It's doing the job it needs to do. That's good. We'll let it go. Hey. Saving a short repo note now so future work can reuse the repo specific conventions without re-deriving them. Oh, thanks, buddy. It's very useful. No, we're good. Let's keep that. Let's keep it. So we got the source control. Whoa, this is weird. What's going on here? GUI. We're on develop. It gives us some more space. Changes. We're going to add that. Add Copilot instructions. Sync. We should, yeah, we can write. Good. Fantastic. Oh, so it's going great. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, we did have a plan going with this, so oh man. That sucks. Now I've lost the whole plan thing that it was doing. Crap. I wonder if I can recover my history online. Like if I go into Copilot. Makes me wonder if I can like see saved replies. Does it hold a history of okay, so this is a problem because yeah, I gotta go into my other account. Yeah. Alright, so I should be able to see how long it saved replies here. Nope. I doubt it. I doubt it saves it. I don't think it does. I'm just gonna go back to the mess. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's go to GPT 5.4. Let's go to high reasoning. And let's say we've been implementing this in phases. This software in phases. the last phase was implementing touch screen functionality. The basics of that are in place. We also have the basics for rendering components to the screen. The next phase of the project is building out some components. Plan this phase and then plan the following phases to dynamically, e.g. create a scene graph from a configuration file, update a scene graph via the Unix domain socket IPC, update components via and then plan the following into phases, etc. Create a scene graph configuration file reference, update a scene graph via the UDS IPC, update components via UDS IPC messages, update, submit a scene graph, handle communicate touch outputs via UDS IPC, defining standard protocol that applications hooking into using GUI communicate touch outputs via UDS IPC, defining the standard protocol that applications using GUI should implement. This isn't a definitive list and not necessarily in order. Your job is to take where the project is now and plan out the remaining phases to get it to a usable version 1 alpha. Let's see what it does. See if I can recover this mess that I got myself into. Meanwhile, while it's doing that, I could have a look at MIDIPUNK again and load it up, I reckon. So if I go cat config YAML, I'll close others. All right, let's have a look at this. USB and DIN. So if I just want a USB to USB, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to go Static screen render from IPC scene graph. Incremental component updates over IPC. Touch, press, release router back to host. Dynamic layout reload while running. Built-in layout containers. MIDIPUNK specific screens working on top of GUI. No, we don't need that. But that one's okay. Host app. Which side should own layout and component state in alpha? Host owns the scene graph. GUI owns ephemeral interaction state. I think that feels right. What scene graph delivery model? Whole scene submit plus targeted patch update messages. Only whole scene replacement. Only incremental commands. Yeah, that one. I like the way it asks questions. I really do. I think that's fantastic. Okay. So I need to get some MIDI surfaces going here. That's exciting. I get to plug some stuff in again. Well, hey. How's my desk looking? Not too bad. Does desk cam work? No. Hello? Don't worry. I will fix that. I will fix this. It's very dark in here. 922. Okay, we're good. We have a desk cam. With random stuff everywhere. Okay. Now, what I need is a MIDI controller. Awesome. All right. Cool. Keyboard does not need to be plugged in. All right. Okay, this is weird. I heard a message, but I can't see any messages. That's a little disconcerting. It makes me hope that I'm... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Anyway. I need some stuff. I need some power. Wait, USB-C. Oh, now the problem is this is the MIDI output as well. The USB is the MIDI output, so that's actually going to be powered from the Raspberry So I need to carefully plug that in. Hey, and we have life in the little thingy. Cool. And then the other one. See, okay, this is really bothering me. I can hear chat messages, but I can't see any chat messages. What is going on? Stuff is broken. And I don't like it. Status and logs. It says 0 messages processed. The heck? And I'm on the right. I'm on the mess. I'm not streaming on my other channel for some weird reason. Oh, it's bizarre, bruh. Whatever, maybe I should just ignore it. I'll refresh that. Okay, sweet. Anyway, I need to find the other USB cable. So okay. Alright, now we have another USB cable. Very thin. I hope it's actually a data cable. Not just power. Let's find out. Alright, we have some lights. Camera action. Whoopee. Okay, so it's every time I push that button, it makes a noise. Yeah. Oh, it's because of the chat. Okay, I know why now. I'm gaslighting myself. Okay, so we should be able to now configure. So we're going to go label, enable outputs, port ID 2. We're going to go ID 2, type USB, direction output. We're going to go label. We're going to call it Oxy Pro Mini. So direction, wait, hang on. So I can't remember if output is, this actually wants to be an output. And this wants to be an input. JD 4000 out. I don't even know if this is right, but let's go. I'm pretty sure I took a diagram of what ports were what, but let's see if we can even get this running. So go run. Oh, how's this going? So, we've finished some of this. So, then the stable UDS protocol host owns the authoritative scene graph. GUI owns only transient interaction state, and the alpha supports whole scene submit plus targeted component patches. I've based the sequencing on the decisions you gave. Dynamic reload is in scope. Built-in layout containers are in scope. And touch should come back out over UDS as a standard host-facing protocol. Phase 1, lock the protocol and scene graph. Define it, document shape, component taxonomy, layout container primitives, stable ID rules, style property model, and message versioning. Separate transport envelopes from payload schemas. Yep. Define the core message set for scene submit, scene replace, component patch, and outbound interaction events. This phase blocks everything else. Yes, it does. It's pretty important. It's like the entire interface contract phase. Build GUI's internal scene runtime. Scene graph aware runtime with a tree traversal Z order, hit testing ID lookup, and layout and validation. Keep the current redraw coalescing behavior and read into loop intact, but make them operate on a real scene model instead of ad hoc component lists. Add the alpha widget set. Implement the smallest useful built-in component set, root container, stack or flow layout container label. Oh man, this is going actually beyond what I would have planned. Wire host to GUI command handling. Okay, so... Alright. Okay, I mean, it seems reasonable, actually. Seems fine. So, let's do this. Let's go start implementation. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so ALSA... RT MIDI... Fatal error, ALSA, A sound lib. So there was something I needed to do for this. Oops. There were some requirements. GitLab. Installation requires CGO. RT MIDI driver. Pretty sure that's what I need there. So I want to get started. Like, how do I get CGO? RT MIDI driver. That's right. apt-get install lib a sound 2. This is what we need. Must install the package. So I need to make that a requirement as well of the image. So we'll do this. We need development header files. Sure. Okay. Right, where are we at? I'm starting with the foundations. Okay, so that's alright, so we should be able to run this now. Making the first code pass, adding the scene document types, minimal widget set, and the runtime hooks. Shit, it's doing all of this now? Run bash. Failed to start listening on input, cannot listen on output port. Huh? What have I done? Inputs. Ah, yep. Oh, now there's a way I had this set up so we could debug. It had like command line options and stuff. See, I need to make documentation for this so I don't forget myself. MIDIPUNK. Log level. Flag. Received message. Cool. Okay, so this is working. USB input 2. MIDI channel 4. Okay, so that's working. That's great. Channel 4. So basically what I need to do is tell... I need to set up the channels that it's actually listening on. See, MIDI receive channel 1, so I could go 2, 3, 4. And this might not be... So I'm gonna... Oh, of course. JT 4000 micro is 1. Outputs port ID is 1. Yeah. So in theory, we've got channel 4. This is sending on channel 4. I don't know why it's not registering on here. Transmit channel. Trigger. Huh. Maybe I need... to change the settings somehow. I can't remember how to change. Routed message from 2 to 1. Or how do you change the channels on this thing? preset. Global channel 5. Right. I don't know why it's saying. Four. I'll go. I mean, yeah, whatever. 4. Router received channel 3. This doesn't make any sense. .88 keys. Port ID is 1. Anyway. It's weird because it's not routing between the channels. So we received from 2. And we're telling it to route to out. But it's not doing it, is it? It's saying routed message there. Routed message from 2 to 1, channel 1. So how do I define what channel it should be routing? I don't know. Okay, right, so what do we got? Runtime now understands a host-owned scene document, can rebuild the render tree from that scene, accepts targeted component patches, and emits normalized touch components events. Pieces and now, oh my god. How much has it done? It's done so much. Minimal alpha widget set. Container label and buttons. So component.go. It's all in JSON, which is quite nice because we've got to communicate in JSON. So we've got a kind component ID emit if empty, action emit if empty from the payload. X and Y, it's an interaction event. Okay, local X and Y. Touch result needs redraw. Handle touch result. Yeah, that's nice. It's a bit more explicit than a boolean. Okay, so we're going to keep this file. This file looks pretty reasonable to me. Right, now we're in the engine. Now we've got this format thing here. We've got the scene. We've got a scene document. Redraw channel. Trigger from an empty struct. Interaction handler. Okay, that's probably some kind of interface. Right, now we're going to load scene, installs a host-owned scene document, and rebuilds renderable components. So we're going to go components build scene. We're going to go components library. We're going to call build scene. We're going to pass it the scene document and the boundaries. Mutex lock. Trigger redraw. Patch component. Handle touch. Safely and iterates backwards. Topmost component first over the scene graph, checking bounds. Okay, cool. So it's like propagation on a HTML document kind of thing. Z indexing. Top hit ID. So we go through the components. We decide if it hits. If it does, then we call the interaction handler. Unlock the mutex. And prepare the interaction model to send back. I can get on board with that. Alright, now we're in scene.go, which is a rather hefty file, scene version. Label, button, direction, version, root, and then we've got it made up of, so root is a scene node, and then we've got the node, which are the bounds, layout, style, text, action, blah blah blah. Cool. Alright, makes sense. We've got a rectangle, insets, jeepers. Okay, so this actually draws some of the stuff. Determines the insets. Apply the patch. Component patch. Find node. Cool. I mean, that all makes a lot of sense. It's pretty simple stuff, actually. Primitives. Private container component. Button component, label component. New container component. Return a pointer, reference, label. I'm not exactly sure what the point of all this is yet. I'll just keep reading. Package components. .id. Return component.id. What is C? Oh, this is the interface kind of thing for a component object in draw text, draw box. I'm interested in this draw text, like how this actually works. Font size. Strings. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is. Draw 2D kit, draw 2D image. Must be using some of the... This is just a whole bunch of inner convenience methods for doing some basic drawing operations in a component. So we'll let it go for now. builder, build scene. So it takes a document, we normalize it, whatever the heck that is. That'll be a method in this file somewhere. Scene root ID is required. Scene root type. We've got a viewport. IDs, components, root rectangle. If the bounds are not equal to nil and the bounds width are greater than 0 and the height is greater than 0, so we have some bounds, then we're going to get the root rectangle to image rect viewport min viewport. Okay. Build node. Doc root. So we're going to build the doc root. And then return a list of components. A growable list of components. Is that right? And then we've got the build node method, which okay. It's doing quite a lot of work. Main.go. Set interaction handler. And we're setting that to a function which takes an interaction. And then it calls emit event. To the IPC server, the kind of interaction and the interaction itself. So, right, and if there's an error, then we're going to emit an error event out to the IPC, the Unix domain socket. Cool. Right, handle commands. That was, yeah. This is a big boy. And we've got emit event here, so this is how it actually does it. So we take the server, the event type, and the payload, and we're going to marshal the payload any. Ooh, that's. Ooh, I don't know about that. That doesn't. I don't know if we want to do that. I don't know if we want to stick with that. That doesn't make me feel comfortable, but that's okay. Fail to marshal the payload into JSON. So we're going to get the event. It's going to be inter-process communication event. Type and payload. And then we're going to start the old loopy thing. And we're going to send that event into the event queue. Until we don't. Until the queue is full. Then we're just going to drop the event. But log it out. Handle command. So we've got submit scene, replace scene, actions. Going to unmarshal into payload. And then we're going to load the scene in the engine. And similar for patching components. We're going to take the payload, unmarshal it, and then call patch component on the engine, which was all in here. Alright, now we got the protocol.go. Defining a bunch of constants. The different types of actions. So we've got submitting a new scene, replacing an entire scene graph, a new screen basically, and then patching a single component in that scene graph. And then we've got the touch event, press release, component activate. I don't know what that's for, but that's fine. Scene loaded, that's when, yeah, this engine replies back that the scene has been loaded with the acknowledge payload that we just saw before. Component patch, same deal, or if there's been a protocol error. There's our ACK payload and error payload that are going to come back to whatever client was trying to do the thing. Cool. And here's the documentation for us. Okay, so what I'm interested in now, before calling it a night, is I want to see something up on the screen here. So I've got these MIDI messages. I really would love to get MIDI messages firing off. I don't know why it's ignoring channel 3. Like, each port must have a unique ID. Type can be USB or DIN. Direction, blah, blah, blah. The DIN ports... Yeah, set the MIDI program number to send to connected devices on the load. Because if channel is specified, only messages to from that channel are routed on that port. If channel is emitted, messages are routed to from all channels. That's what I thought. But I haven't defined channels here. So but let's do it. Let's go. We're going to go inputs and we're going to go channel. And what channel were we on this thing? Shift global channel 4. Channel 4. I don't know if this has to be a string or not. And this one is going to be channel. I'm pretty sure we set this to channel 4 as well. RX channel 4. Yeah. 4. Alright. Control C out of there. We'll load it up again. Cannot unmarshal string into int. Really? Try harder. I suppose it makes sense actually. That should be an int. I need some documentation on this. Here we go. Man. See, this is channel 3 on here. It's like the indexing is wrong. So what this makes me wonder then is if I set this to RX channel 3. No, that doesn't work. Have to figure that out another time. So let's go to channel 5 on this. Channel 4. Inputs, port 2. Router receive message from 2. Channel 4. Yeah, something's not working here. Unfortunately. It's a shame because I'm so damn close to having it working. Like, it's weird because if oh, it's not doing it now. See, it's not listening on any other channel, so this actually does work, the scoping the channel thing. Scoping the channel actually does work on the input. So if I get rid of that, reload. Now it's not working. How strange. It was like, oh, hang on. I can't be in the settings if I'm... Oh. Goodness. Okay. Let's try this again. Channel 4. Whoops. Routed. See, it's doing that. So, router received message from 2. Channel 0. Now, channel 0 is actually channel 1. So, I think I've just got this channel mismatch thing going on with the numbers. So, channel 4 means channel 5 on the MIDI controller. So this, I don't know. Should I mean, the thing is it doesn't actually matter because the message is not getting routed anyway. So it's like it's only getting routed if it's on channel 0. Which is weird. It's ignoring every other channel. And I don't know why yet. But we can... Anyway. Let's get this working on something else. What I want next is to see something on the screen. Write a quick test program that will submit a simple scene graph with some basic components so I can see the current progress is working. Okay, so we should save these. We should go the define the scene and component. Just define the scene graph, components, and protocol. With v1 docs. A real smoke test client rather than a fire and forget, so you can both render a scene and see button touches come back as live updates. Okay, I mean, sure, go for it. It's pretty cool. So what I want to see with MIDIPUNK here is why is it not routing? Route input. Get channel. start listening. Router. Start. Default to channel 1 if not set. This is, yeah, this is interesting because I am defining the channels. It should be sending those. It's obviously not. So there's obviously an issue. Obviously an issue. So I wonder if then I just change the configuration briefly. Say to channel 1. Route a message from 2 to 1. Outputs. So if I change this to receive on channel 1, yeah, see that works now. We're actually driving this from this, which is good. So that's MIDIPUNK working. I mean, it's great. But it's working, but it's not. It's a good start, but okay. Now GUI. What are we doing? Add a standalone demo client. Command scene demo main go. I did not run it against the live frame buffer. Start GUI. Go run command GUI punk. Okay, well let's give this a shot. In another terminal, submit the demo scene. Alright, let's see if this works. Zoom in a little. Get ready for the excitement. Go run dot command scene demo. Whoa. Ooh. I mean, I know it's not quite right. So what are we seeing in the other? No such file or directory. Yeah. We don't have the font yet, dork. Lux isr.ttf. What's that? Draw 2D. All right. Where's it trying to get that? Dot resource. Go right command, GUI part. Okay, so we'll go resource. And we will grab that file that we just downloaded and chuck it in there. All right. Close that off. Oh, resource slash font. My bad. Yeah, it might have to reload there. Still not working. I wonder if it's wanting it to be in there. I don't know. Hard to know what folder it's actually referring to. I would have thought it would have been the root. But no. Anyway, we've got something drawing on the screen, which is a very basic start, but yeah, it's not knocking my socks off just yet. Still got a lot of work to do. And what I wonder is that there we go. It's okay. So it's a bit messed up. So the other thing I don't think that we've got set up now either is the touch drivers. So if I go into device and go input by path, we do have the touch driver there. Okay. Interesting. Kind of cool though. I know the touch isn't really going to work very well because it's basically, yeah. But anyway, hey, we got some stuff working. That's kind of cool. Let's save this. Let's save this. Test. What are we calling this? Go build admin. What is that? Go build admin? I gotta rename everything. Alright. Well, I better get off. Neat. Okay, that's enough for tonight. Goodbye.